Hello, everybody. I have not done a video for a while, so it's just probably going to be a video of me walking around and talking. Because I just gotta get stuff done. Got my makeup done today. My hair looks gross, but oh well. Anyways, if any of you guys are James Taylor fans, he is coming to Salt Lake May 31st. I am so excited about it. Andrew is trying to get us tickets today. He was supposed to do it yesterday and he forgot, and I was like, you gotta get us tickets today before they sell out. Anyways, I am a huge James Taylor fan. It's like my dream to meet him. It's like my dying wish. I'm not dying, but when I am dying, that will be my dying wish. I'll be like, I need to meet James Taylor, and then I can die. Anyways, but he is coming. So, yeah, get your tickets. Yes, I have a zit below my eyebrow, just in case you're wondering what that is. So, don't judge me. But, yeah, things are okay. Just, trying to manage my pain. I've been exercising more, trying to do cardio, and, it's hard. I still have like a constant pain in my neck, and it goes down my right shoulder blade. But I do feel like as I've been like working my rhomboids and stuff more, it's starting to feel better. I don't know. It's kind of a guessing game. But I'm just kind of against. I'm a weirdo. I don't really like doctors. I get really freaked out going to doctors, and I just avoid MRIs and x-rays and stuff like that because I feel like mentally when you're told there's something wrong with you, you now think that there is something wrong with you, rather than telling yourself you're healthy and thinking you're healthy and not limiting yourself to doing stuff. And I've just kind of learned that as I change my mentality to, oh, I have chronic pain, I'm never going to be myself again, I'm never going to be able to be athletic like I once was, I'm never going to be able to travel because I'm in constant pain. I've started to shift my mentality to, I'm healthy, I'm strong, I can do anything. And it really has like helped with pain so much. So I do work with my physical therapist, and he's good at, I just haven't gone for quite a while. He's good at helping me with pain management. I just kind of try to avoid it because, again, I hate going to the doctor and it's expensive. So I try to watch YouTube videos and try to do stretches and try things and see if they work. And if they don't, I try something else. Anyways. But, yeah, as far as church stuff, I've been watching, I don't know if any of you guys watch, I think it's called Delafe Testimonies on YouTube, and I've been watching a bunch of those, and they're so interesting, and I really like them. They're people that have been into like witchcraft, or people that have done, I don't know, just lived hard lives, and then they turn to Jesus and their life completely changes, and I just really like them. So I've been watching those. It's been nice not having the burden of church, and I think a lot of it is just my mental health issues, just struggling with like OCD and anxiety and stuff. Mostly OCD. I get anxiety from my OCD, but I feel like eliminating religion has been a burden lifted off of me. And so that's actually been nice that I'm like, I don't know. There's just a part of me that's like, I don't feel like I need religion to have a spiritual, good relationship with God and Jesus Christ. And I've been doing that on my own. And I just don't think I would ever go back to a religion. I mean, I don't know. I can't promise that I won't ever go back to the LDS Church. If I legitimately got an answer that I felt like was very clear that it was true, then I would go back. I'm not like so against it that I'm like, oh, this church is the worst church ever. Some of it just doesn't make sense to me. It's overwhelming to me. I don't understand quite a bit of it. And so I just don't go anymore. But it's not like I'm like, I hate the Mormon church. I don't at all. So, yeah, right now it's better for me to just not have religion and to just have my own relationship with God. And also I have this thing I'm trying to try and use. Hi, Izzy! But I also kind of like the idea that I don't have people telling me what to do. I don't have a bishop telling me that I can't take the sacrament, or I don't know, not like it's just, to me, I'm like, I have a direct relationship with God and Jesus, and shouldn't everybody be able to have that? Like, that's some of the things I don't necessarily like about the LDS Church is like these men that stand between people and God. I don't know. I just don't really find it necessary, and maybe I just don't fully understand it, but I think in the LDS Church, if you are a white man, then you have it made. But if you're anything else, then it's kind of hard. If you're a woman, if you're black, if you're gay, if you're whatever, it's like, I don't know, white straight men, I should say. It seems like they are just the favored ones in the LDS Church. And I don't know, not like I feel like I'm oppressed or anything. It's just like, I don't know. It's just a lot. And I just don't see, I just like right now that I have just a direct relationship with God and Jesus. And it's just simple. Like, it's just simple. I just have a relationship with them, and I feel like that's all I need. I just feel like in the church it's so complicated, all these rules and all these policies and all these ways that we're supposed to get to the celestial kingdom, and I just don't know if it's really that complicated. Like, I really just feel like sorry, I have a nasty cough right now. But for me, it was just too much. And I don't like the culture. Sorry. Yeah, it's just better for me to just be on my own and not be a part of it. And my kids can, and my husband can. That's fine. I'm fine with that. Anyways, okay, you gotta go finish your upstart. Yes. You want to say hi? Say hi.
Hi.
With your upstart? Well, I don't really want you guys having snacks in there anymore because it makes a big mess. You can have this. I gotta get a drink. Like, done with my cold, but it's like, when you have all the crap. Anyways, so yeah, it's been good. And I had a really cool experience the other day.
Beautiful.
Sorry, I keep tipping my camera. I'm sorry, I'm trying to get used to holding this thing. I'm trying it out. Maybe I shouldn't do it anymore. Also, my brother told me I need a mic in my videos because he's like, it's hard to hear you. So maybe I should start using my mic. But again, these are very unprofessional. I'm not a famous YouTuber. I don't get paid to do this. I literally do it for fun. So, and to get to know people and chat with people about things. So, anyways, I had a cool experience the other day. We went up to
Mom, if you get more money
to Eden,
then you can get more decorations.
Yeah, true. I should get more money so I can get more decorations. It's a great idea. Anyways, we went up to Eden just on a Sunday for a Sunday drive. My husband wanted to go check out. Okay, go finish your upstart. I wanted to go check out, I guess, if the lake was still frozen up there to go ice fishing on another day. Anyways, we went up. It's like one of my favorite places in the whole world. And I was just praying a bunch that day. Just like constantly asking God, like, are you there? If you're there, let me know. Like, because I struggle with believing in God because there's just so many things that I don't understand. And, you know, I struggle with chronic pain. I struggle with infertility. I struggle with mental illness. I struggle with a lot of things. And so I'm constantly just like, God, are you there? Like, are you real? So I was praying a lot this day, and as we were going home, I wanted to see the sunset, and it was just cloudy. Wasn't going to be a sunset. And I was like, you know what? Like, I'm gonna basically ask kind of for a sign, I guess. And I was like, I mean, it just looked like there was no way there was going to be a sunset. And we wanted to kind of go up there and catch the sunset on the way home. And so I was like, God, like, I really need this. I was like, please, if you're there and if you love me, please let there be a sunset as beautiful and as big as how much you love me type of thing. I don't know if those are the exact words I said, but it was like, please, if you're there, please. And if you love me and if you care about me, please let there be just a beautiful sunset, as basically as much as beautiful as you love me, as big as you love me. And I kid you not, as we're driving to leave Eden, the most gorgeous sunset ever appeared. Like, the sun was just like so big and bright and beautiful in this blue, like, I can't even describe it. I took a picture, and oh my gosh, I just sat there and stared at it, and it was like the clouds parted and the sun just came through and just lit up the entire sky. And it had been like cloudy and like rainy, and I don't know, it just did not look like the sun was gonna shine at all. It looked like it had already gone down. And I sat there just looking at it. And sorry, my child. I sat there looking at it, and it was crazy. The song that came on, Stanley, go finish your upstart. The song that came on in that moment was, okay, we can go swimming another day. Go finish your upstart. Go finish. Okay, another day. Anyways, the song that came on was Sarah Smile. I don't know if you guys have heard that song, but I think it's by Hall & Oates, maybe. But the words, seriously, like, literally seemed like they were coming from God. Like, it was like, I'm waiting for the sunlight. If you feel cold, I'll warm you. I need to find the lyrics and look them up. Let me find them. But it seriously seemed like God was speaking to me. In fact, I wrote it in my journal. Let me look them up. But I just sat there and bawled and looked at the sunset, and I really feel like God heard my prayer. And I, like, when I was praying to him, I was like, God, like, I really need this right now. Like, I need to know that you're there. I need you to show, like, let me know that you're there and that you love me. And I feel like he did. And yeah, some people may say like, oh, that's just coincidence. Oh, and maybe it is.
Mom,
yeah, it's Hall & Oates. It was on this computer too. So it came on, and I'm literally sitting there. My husband pulled over to the side of the road and was letting me just look at the sunset because he knew it was crazy. The night before, he had our kids sit there and like be quiet and like visualize something, and I visualized watching a sunset in Eden. And I told my husband that this was the night before we went up there. I was like, I visualized myself in Eden at the park, like watching the sunset, because that's like my favorite place to be. Anyways, so he knew that I wanted to see the sunset the next day. And I didn't know I was going to say that prayer to God about like, I really need to see the sunset. I need to see the sunset to know that you're there, and I want it to be as big and as beautiful as much as you love me. Oh my gosh. Anyways, the words that came on were, all alone with me, and we're waiting for the sunlight. When I feel cold, you warm me. And when I feel I can't go on, you come and hold me. It's you and me forever. And then it says, won't you smile a while for me, Sarah? If you feel like leaving, you know you can go. But why don't you stay until tomorrow? If you want to be free, you know all you got to do is say so.
Red cat
and then it starts over. When you feel cold, I'll warm you. When you feel you can't go on. Anyways. Sorry, my son, of course, comes and does that right now. But it was crazy too that same day, because I was literally telling God, like, I don't think I can go on. Like, I am so tired of dealing with chronic pain. Like, I just don't want to do it anymore. And the words in the song were literally like, when you feel you can't go on, and you can leave if you want, but why don't you stay until tomorrow? Like, it just was almost too coincidental, because literally that same day I was like, I don't think I can go on, God. Like, this is too hard. Are you there? Like, so I feel like a prayer was answered. And just the feelings I felt in that moment as I was looking at the sunset and listening to that song, like, I literally, tears were like streaming down my face, and I didn't want to turn to my husband and have him see my face, but yeah, I just really felt like God was speaking to me. And so I don't know, I'm just kind of like feeling like I don't necessarily feel like I need religion. And I don't know, maybe I'm wrong, but I just feel like sometimes religion takes away the spiritual side for me. Like, so I never thought I'd be one of those people that's like, I'm spiritual, not religious, but I am. and it's great. And I love it. And I love not having the pressure of church and of speaking and I think that the church does a lot of good stuff. I think that it's a good sense of community, and yeah, you do whatever works. You know what I mean? You do whatever works for you. And I'm not going to judge people for going to church ever. I think it's a great thing for many people. It just was a little overwhelming for me with my mental health and all of that. So, anywho, I gotta end the video, but I did want to hop in here and share that story and just chat. I don't know. I never know what I'm going to say, honestly. I don't plan out my videos. I just literally turn on the camera and I'm like, I just got to film something. Anyways. Do you want to see my cute little corner over? Look at my cute cowgirl boot candle. Here's another cowgirl boot. Found them at Home Goods. Country girl. Anyways, look at this pretty picture of Jesus. I love that picture. A mix between a country girl and a city girl. Like, I love the country. Like, I love it. When I'm in the country, I just feel at home and I feel like I can breathe and I just feel so happy. But then I love the city and I love shopping and I love restaurants. And I'm totally like a mixture. That's why, like, the perfect scenario is like where we are. It's like we live in the city, but we're like so close to the country. We can drive to the country. Anyways, well, I gotta get some housework done. Haven't even cleaned up breakfast yet. So, rose bush. I love these little rose bushes from Walmart. I love it. Oh, I did get this little stand for over here. I'm gonna start growing some herbs over here. I have basil. I'm just waiting for all the rest of the herbs to come out at the stores, but they're not out yet. February. So I'm patiently waiting. Oh, and I didn't tell you guys, our kitty Pixie died randomly, suddenly. He had just turned 1 year old. My hair looks so greasy. I really don't feel like it's that greasy. Plus I put a ton of dry shampoo in it, but whatever. Last Saturday he was like breathing really fast but lethargic, so Andrew took him in to the ER. And was there for hours, and they thought that maybe he had a UTI at first, and then maybe he had asthma. They did all these tests. Well, he calls a few hours later, like it had been like all day he was there, telling me that Pixie has a genetic heart condition and that he's going to die, and that we're probably going to have to put him down the next day. And I was like, what? Like, he's 1. He's little. Like, we were just talking about getting him fixed. Like, he wasn't even fixed yet. Like, shock. Just complete shock. And my husband got home and was just bawling on me. Like, that kitty was, like, my child. And so we had to wrap our minds around telling the kids that we're probably going to have to put him down the next day. And we hadn't told them anything. And then the next morning we get a call that he died at 2 a.m. And they tried to revive him and he was gone. And the weird thing about it too was it was the same day that my husband's brother had committed suicide, like I believe 5 or 6 years ago. And so we just already hate that day. Like February 11th is just a really hard day. And it's also my husband's dad's birthday. So it's like, we can't hate it too much, but I was like, why? Like, why on this day? Of all the days of the year, why did our kitty just randomly die on February 11th? And Andrew and I were a mess. Like, we cried for days. We told our kids, and our kids took it way better than we thought that they would. And yeah, they were okay, but Andrew and I were not. Like, we have been devastated. And I have to show you. We got his little paw print done. ER clinic. Mountain West Hospital, I think is what it's called. Anyways. I'm so sorry, my nasty cough. But we're going to memorial for him out here. This thing I have. I bought a bunch of stuff to do, like I'm going to do some flowers. We're going to do like a little cute walkway to like the gates of heaven. Like, I got this little thing that says that we wrote his name. I got all this stuff for his little memorial garden. And anyways, I won't show you all of it. I can show you when it's done. But yeah, I was like crying, like hiding in Hobby Lobby, crying as I was buying the stuff for my cat that died. And I didn't even think I cared that much about, like, I loved our kitty. I did. But when we first got him, I was just kind of like, eh. But I just was devastated. Like, I'm gonna cry. It is so hard losing a pet. Like, I bawled when our fish died. Like, every time one of our fish died, I, like, bawled my eyes out. And I think that I'm, like, this heartless, like, oh, I don't really like animals. Like, that's what I always say, is I'm just like, I don't really care about animals. And then they die, and I'm, like, devastated. Like, I just feel like no one understands how sad we are. And it did bother me, like, some people's responses, because, like, I felt devastated, and I felt like people were just like, oh, darn, that's too bad. And I'm like, it's not just too bad. Like, I'm devastated. And it really bothered me how some people responded. Like, we had some amazing friends that, like, sent us cookies and wrote us kind notes, and we're like, we're so sorry Pixie died, thinking about you. And like, there were some people that were so sweet, and it really meant so much to us. But the people that just, like, didn't take it seriously, and that were just like, yeah, that's why we don't buy pets or whatever, I was just like, are you kidding me? Like, can you have a little empathy? I don't know. It bothered me, to be honest, because I couldn't stop crying. Like, I cried and I cried and I cried for days. And the hard part too was, like, we didn't get to say goodbye to him when he was alive. Like, we thought at least the next day, like, we would get to go say goodbye to him while he was still alive. And instead, we took our kids to say goodbye to our dead cat. And it really was so sad. Like, they brought him out in this little box, and my little 5-year-old is just, like, petting our dead kitty and just, like, crying. My kids are crying. Like, it really was just so devastating. Anyways, and it was so quick. And my sister's kitty, they were brothers, and my sister's kitty had just died like a month or two before, and they didn't know why. And so now I'm like, well, it might have been the genetic heart condition. So, and I guess the vet told my husband that it's not uncommon for purebred Persians to have heart conditions, genetic heart conditions. And so I let the lady know that we bought the kitty from, like, about it, and she was like, oh, she felt so bad. She was so kind, and she felt so bad. And she's like, doesn't even know if she's going to breed purebreds anymore because of this. So anyways, yeah, that has been devastating for our family. And literally the same day that he died, I literally gathered up all his stuff and got rid of all of it, because I was like, I don't want another cat. Like, I don't want an animal. Let's just get rid of all of it. So yeah, it's so devastating losing a pet. And there's people that are just like, oh, it's just a pet. And to those people, I just want to be like, shut up. Like, I thought I was one of those people. I did. I thought I was, like, kind of heartless with animals. Nope, I'm not. Like, I literally bawl when our fish die. I bawl every time anything dies. Like, my husband makes fun of me. He's like, you think you're, like, this cold-hearted person, and really you're like, I was probably more emotional than anybody. Like, I've taken it harder than anybody in our family. And yeah, so, but I'll have to show when we get the little memorial garden done. But anyways, I've got to get going. I hope you're all doing good. Send me a message if you feel like it on, I don't know, I might allow comments on this video. But yeah, it's just so hard losing a pet. I don't know, life is just hard. I will continue to say it, and I just feel like life is really hard, and it's always a challenge, and there's always, for me, there's always something hard I'm going through. Always. I don't feel like it's ever really been easy. And that's why I struggle with comparisons, because I look at some people and I'm like, and I talk to them and they just seem like they don't have anything hard going on. Like, they look at me like I'm crazy when I say that life is hard or what I'm going through, and they just kind of go, oh, that's so terrible, I'm so sorry, as if they've never, they don't understand it. So I really appreciate people that are open and talk about their problems. And the people that have been open with me and told me about their problems, it's so refreshing and so nice to feel like, okay, like we all have our things, you know? Why can't we be open about our problems? Like, I don't like it. I don't like that people just feel like they need to hide their problems. It is a problem in our society. Like, let's be honest. Let's be open. Let's help each other out. Let's talk about our trials. It doesn't have to be a negative thing. It can just be like, I'm going through this. It's really hard. I'm so sorry you're going through that. Like, I feel like there's a reason that America is so unhealthy and why we have so many mental health problems. And it's because we don't talk about our hard stuff. I mean, there's many reasons, but I do feel like that's one of them, is people feel alone, especially with stupid social media and people comparing and just feeling like nobody else understands what it's like to go through what they're going through, when really, in reality, a lot of people do. They just don't want to talk about it. So let's be open about our problems and our struggles, whether it be with the church or with mental health or infertility or whatever. There's a million things going on, like, and we can help each other out. So anyways, okay, y'all, I'll talk to you later.